check.
We're
Mic
gonna
check. Mic check.
gotta go live.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. There we go.
I love this. I'm gonna go live on Instagram. All right. Mhm.
What's up, Blueprint family? How y'all doing tonight? Thank you all for joining us. It is
Yeah.
Thursday night. Tomorrow is Marriage Fit Friday.
Ooh,
Yep.
almost the weekend.
Yeah, almost there. So, if
Very.
you can, just remember to like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. All the viewers and all the views we've been getting. Thank you. What that last week we made it over 100 subscribers. So thank you, subscribers. You all mean a lot to us. We really appreciate it. This channel is growing beyond belief, and we're making a lot of traction and giving out a lot of valuable information to those who need it, especially in regards to relationship. Just remember, at any time while we're talking, you are more than welcome to join the chat and ask us questions, and we'll be readily available to answer those for you at any time. So don't be scared. If you are scared, you can submit an anonymous question through the wifeconomics.com/submit a question website. But yeah, by all means, join in, dialogue, have dialogue. This is all about you. It's not about us providing we're providing information to you all. So if you even have an issue that you want to talk about dealing with relationships, we will take a pause from our show and then come and see what your question is and answer it.
Yeah, because
for
that's
you.
the cool thing about just having a community is just a simple dialogue can actually help someone who may also be in the same situation. You never know.
Right.
And then tonight, that's always great while we start off a show with a great question because it helps introduce a topic that is actually very useful in the community because it comes from the community. So that's so cool.
Yep.
And like tonight, 7 ways to use your degree to support your goals for a family. This is huge and it's coming from a great question. I'm going to pull this up just to start off. It's really short, of course, because it's kind of straight to the point. But it's a question that I think is great to ask if you want to have a family. And I'm trying to pull up the background, make sure everything is good. All right. So the subject, you get how to, sorry, here it is. And drop the thing. I'm unsure if my goal of being at least a part-time housewife is too old-fashioned in 2023. 2 of my close childhood guy friends are very successful. One is in medical school, another just got accepted to Harvard Law. I'm super happy for both of them. I almost cried when I heard the news about the Harvard Law acceptance. Haha. But this got me wondering a little bit. I currently have a BA in music and am currently working as a department office assistant and orchestral manager at my alma mater. It's okay pay, but I really enjoy it. I wouldn't trade it for any other job. I'm also trying to get an MBA degree through the university tuition waiver program. My goal in life, I know, old fashioned, is to have a family. I'm not expecting to be a stay at home mom because that's difficult in America, but I want to be able to see my kids and raise them with lots of love. Make lunches with cute notes, maybe bake cookies from them every once in a while, etc. This view really clashed with careers like surgery and law, so I was never interested in pursuing it. Right now, if I'm patient, I can remain in the state administrative field for maybe 10 years, and it'll be a stable 6 figures. The job is perfect balance, in my opinion, if I want children too. As with my college, there's a bit freedom. Can leave early for childcare responsibilities. How much does a woman's degree matter in the general dating pool?
A big zero. Nothing.
Yeah.
Me, nothing. Nothing. Only to the broke guys that are out there. They're looking for degree women to hopefully help provide finances for them. But do you want to digest this one and dissect it?
Yeah, well, it's not really too much to dissect, minus, she's just talking about her degree and how great she, is working towards, her survival right now, which is, maintaining herself, and which is totally what you have to do in modern time until you have been married or been able to be taken care of or whatever, where you don't have to work. You got to do it for yourself, right?
Right.
So
The thing is that the thing is this: she has a degree in music.
Yeah.
And because she loves music, evidently that's what she wants to do. I get that.
Well, that's what she enjoys. Yeah. Right now.
So really her job, the public work job that she has, she works for a state department. That's the job that's really pulling in the money, I believe. And she understands that too, because if she stays in that career for 10 years, she will make 6 figures.
And she can be both wife too.
Can she?
Or possibly. What she's saying is if she needed to, I guess.
My question is that is she currently dating someone? And then also too, what do they feel about that?
Right.
Because not necessarily that she would find a man that's okay with her working 2 jobs and then wanting to have children as well.
Right.
You have to consider as well what that man is looking for as far as a wife.
Yeah.
She clearly doesn't. She don't know. She doesn't know. That's why she asked the question. Do men really consider? What's the question at the end?
Yeah.
Do we care about degrees? No.
Right. No.
Men, well-established men. It all depends on what type of man she wants. If she's looking for a degree career man herself, or is she just looking for any man to have a family with? More than likely, she's looking for a career man.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because she's a career woman. And that is what modern women today are looking for. They're looking for their equal, and if not better than them. So that is the answer to that, ladies. Well-established men, high-value men, we don't care about degrees. We don't care about your money either, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And that's known. Yeah. Especially now going on. That's a good thing that men are able to speak that, they don't really, that's not what makes a great wife, per se, in their eyes.
But yeah, a degree has nothing to do with being a wife. Matter of fact, you could still be a wife with no degree.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, a female with no degree, probably she has more time to actually hone her skills to be a wife, because she's not studying anything,
well,
other than, whatever she enjoys studying. If she is studying something, she's self-taught.
Right. So, and that is the beauty of tonight's actual topic, which I am very excited to get in. How you can use the meantime, right? What you need to do for survival, taking care of yourself in the meantime, but how you can still do that and be in alignment with being prepared to be a wife and a mother, while also knowing you have to provide for yourself. That's, key within this modern time. Women aren't able to just, unless you have a great father who is fully, prepared to support your bill, you kind of got to do things. But there are ways that you can actually support yourself and do great things that set you up to be a great wife and a mother. And our first one, if we want to head right into that, is just by choosing to go ahead and get a degree, you are actually increasing your knowledge. So now we're talking regular degree, any type of certification. It doesn't have to be a bachelor's or doctorate. It can be something like finishing getting your GED, or actually being able to go get a certification in something that you enjoy, maybe a trade certification or something. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do. But in general, getting a degree or even wanting to go out and get a degree offers you the opportunity to gain a wealth of knowledge about various different topics. And following into, not to give it away, but our number 2, we're actually going to get into some specific topics that you could study that will actually greatly benefit to your overall success as a mother and a wife. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, what I think, like cooking and stuff, you don't need a degree for cooking.
You don't, but it's something you can do. Think about it. A woman as a chef who's just waiting to be a wife, but she decides to go and learn how to cook.
Is it worth the debt? You have to think about that too, ladies. Is it worth the debt to go to college, and then also to your? I'm always on the understanding that it's not the man's responsibility to pay for your college debt.
Yeah.
Unless you all arrange that and understand that before you all get married, and then also to the relationships, the homogamous relationships, dating your peers. It is often harder for you all to start off in life with college debt. But my wife is saying and explaining, if you choose to go this route, and you also wanting to be a wife, these are the things that you can do. But also, I would encourage you to pay your debt.
Or not even take on something that you probably can't pay.
Or
monthly, where it's already not too much.
Right, because you have to consider the man that you are with currently. How would he feel about paying your debts if that's what you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
Or either you, like I said, you pay your own college debt.
Right.
Because that's very important, because somebody has to pay it.
Yeah, and just start small. So if you know that you're interested in things like cooking or cleaning or maybe accounting, little things that you can start and learn and gain and increase your knowledge on, but take it in digestible steps to where you're not taking on so much debt and in a way kind of making it harder for a guy. I don't want to, take on that debt too. If you actually decide to marry and want your spouse to work for a certain period of time where you don't work or whatever, So certainly do that. But just in general, having the idea of going out to better yourself really helps give you more knowledge to make informed decisions about how to take care of yourself or learn a trade that will actually help you better to manage a household. A degree can also really give a woman a sense of confidence and accomplishment, which will probably help her. Well, what I think would help me, being that I went to school too, it gives you a level of confidence where you feel like you can take on bigger tasks, because getting a college degree or going after a certification or like some type of training or something like that is a big feat. So just the act of wanting to go out and do something like this is actually going to be really good for your self-esteem and your mind in general. But of course, only do as much as you can. Don't, take off more than you can chew. But yeah. Heading into number 2 would be considering your degree, right? So while there are no specific degrees that are, required to be a homemaker, in particular, this woman really wanted to be a homemaker. So as it pertains to that, there aren't any specific homemaking classes, but wifeconomics.com, of course, is a great resource for teaching you all of that, including how to manage your relationship and gaining great wife skills. But there are also some helpful degrees that you can use in general that will help you with life. So these degrees will give you skills and knowledge that will help you with taking care of children or managing a household, things like early childhood education. This degree teaches you how to care for and educate your children. Super important if you're choosing to, get married and have children. So, and homeschool in particular, homeschool is on the rise now. So,
or become a elementary school teacher.
Yep. Substitute teaching and stuff like that. It's
No, you don't need you need a high school diploma for substitute teaching.
Wow, that's cool. Well, there you go. Yep. Early childhood education, great degree to actually consider to help. Family and consumer sciences. So these degrees are great with helping you learn how to better budget your household. It teaches you things like nutrition. You can go into nutrition degrees, things like that. Of course, home management, which is also great for like business management, being able to be beneficial towards if your spouse has businesses or whatever the case may be. Those degrees are really beneficial in the long run for what you're looking for.
That's a class. That's a
There are,
course.
yeah, there's some
Family and
degrees.
consumer sciences.
Yeah, just look into those type of courses
I
and
think
things.
that's probably the ultimate homemaker
Hmm.
degree.
Well, yeah, going into and that's why we're giving it in digestible forms, because you don't have to go out and just get a one degree. There's courses you can take, certifications and things that will help you really gain and increase your knowledge that really helps you with homemaking. And that's actually great, beneficial for a guy. He's like, wow, that's a great degree to have. It's useful, useful information, nutrition, all of that. So, yeah, nursing. Actually, believe it or not, even simple nursing, this degree teaches you how to provide basic medical care for your family. So, those who are interested in doing something like that, of course, a nursing career is very demanding. So, that's something to take in consideration if you're really going to take on that and want to be like, a homemaker or something like that. She even said that, certain degrees she knew not to go into because,
Well, I mean, no, but for real though, no, nursing goes be. I mean, it all depends what level of nursing
yeah.
you are. It goes beyond just basic medical care.
Mm-hmm.
You learn stop the bleed training. You learn Heimlich
Yeah.
maneuvers, chest compression, CPR,
Mm-hmm.
and all of those things that actually can save lives.
Yeah.
So I think
That's super helpful.
yes, it's very resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very resourceful degree that possibly can pay. Childbirthing. That is
Yeah.
another one of it.
Yep, and that
Can
goes
go
right
into
with the
nursing.
child care. Mm-hmm.
You may be able to birth your own child.
We did that. I didn't have no course on that, but we had a midwife, there at our home birth. But
for
it's
all
super,
three.
yeah. But it's super nice to actually be able to have that opportunity. And yeah, nursing will get you comfortable, or any type of getting into that will get you comfortable with the squeamish blood and knowing the bodily functions. You
Yeah,
got
the biology.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You understand all of that stuff.
Yep, that's super
Chemistry,
helpful. Yeah.
medications, things like that.
Yep, but also to keep in mind how long you want. If this isn't something that you want to do long term, don't take on too much debt, but learn as much as you can and still be able to pay that off. Another degree is social work. So, believe it or not, social work really does help teach you how to help your family members cope with mental challenges or stress, or like any maybe like abuse, or a whole bunch of different scenarios that really can take place, sometimes that you may need to address. You don't want to think of worst case scenarios, but sometimes these things happen. And having something like in a social services type mindset can really be helpful. Who knows? But it's important to note that these are just a few examples, but there aren't like specific degrees that will set you apart from being a homemaker. It's really all a whole bunch of things that go into being a great homemaker, and it's really important to take all of that into consideration when you're trying to figure out what degrees you are actually interested in and can actually help you along the way with your long-term goal of having a family. Yep. So let me see. There are another end here. Oh, the next one. Number 3, because since that first number 2 is so long. Number 3 is to use the time that you are getting your degree to improve your problem solving skills. So college teaches you a lot about critical thinking. What do you think? Like using your critical thinking
Yeah, because
skills.
you write a lot of papers and have to
Mhm.
explain processes and
Mhm.
basically throw up all the information that you took in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
involves critical thinking.
Yep, and solving your problems. So these skills are very invaluable when it comes to solving challenges that you face as a, wife or within your family. So that is great opportunities to actually really dig in and sign up for those things that are going to help you problem solve. Don't be afraid to go after those opportunities. Another one is to use the college environment to meet men. You would know all about that as a man, college man. That's
Yeah,
a
not to meet men though.
yeah,
I met
yeah,
friends.
yeah. I mean, like as a man in the college environment, like that's the most time where you're around the most women, that you
Yeah.
could possibly be.
So just to throw this out there, there's a jewel that I'm dropping. For the college folk, this is probably the last time you will be around so many people of the opposite sex. So this is a good time to try to find a mate, find a wife, find a with ladies, find a husband.
Yeah.
Um, Understand though, if you're dating your peers, you're gonna fall short financially. You may fall short financially.
Right off bat.
Yeah, from the beginning. So there's going to be some struggle love going on as far as finances goes, especially if both you and your husband owe back college debt, because they're going to take no time to try to shake that money out from you. So, like I said, if there was ever a time to actually find or weigh your options, it would be in college, because as you grow older, and especially in your 30s, you're going to be around fewer and fewer people that you may find attractive, and
Yeah.
also too, you will have less and less time to actually get to know people as you
Yeah.
grow older, because you're going to be stuck in your career and you're not going to be able to stay up past 9:30. You will be sleep all over the place every time, I promise you, because that's what time my show ends. It's from 8:30 to
9:30. Look
9:30. So
yeah.
that's just being honest with you. So just
Yeah.
take advantage of that college opportunity, if you're out there looking for love,
Yeah.
real love.
Yeah, certainly. Join those clubs or organizations that interest you and certainly get involved on campus. That's how you're going to go out and meet potential mates that you're actually going to really be able to connect with.
Right.
Like my husband said, that's the most time you'll be around so many people.
Right. There's advantages and disadvantages to it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to, like I said, you may have to struggle until you, ladies, until you get a ring on your finger, because there's a lot of competition in college.
Yeah.
I think from the school we went to, for every one man, there were 9 women that we could choose from.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's true. So, although you should be up for the competition because may the best one win. But you can search in places like classes. Of course, I would definitely try to keep in mind age and whether or not this person goals and all of that line up with actually what you're looking to do. So we'll get into that a little later. But you'll likely be spending a lot of time in class where you can meet great people who share similar interests, at least because you're in the same classes.
Right. And as always, remember to date with intention. Make that known, because through my experience, nope, that didn't happen. And I made sure to end that from day one. I'm not dating for marriage. I'm not looking for anything at all. I'm not looking for nothing.
Yes, so women, make sure that you know if the guy is for you during that time, looking for that. Look at join clubs and organizations are great ways for people that sharing your passions. You can go to on-campus events, and there are always great on-campus events happening. I remember a bunch of concerts, sporting events, parties, of course. Be mindful of where you're meeting your spouse, because it's not always the best time to try to pick up somebody in the club. But the library, of course, great locations, opportunities to have fun and meet new people. And of course, online dating, I bet you, is much more accessible on college campuses, because imagine Tinder and all those, I don't know, all the other dating apps, but like how all those people in one location, how the opportunities to meet so many people. Just, be super careful when you're using your online dating services. But, those are also great ways to connect with people on campus. Yep.
Online dating, probably social media like Facebook or something.
Yeah.
That's what I used.
Yeah. Instagram is popping, of course, and stuff. Yeah. So, of course, another one is to utilize campus resources. This is actually our fifth way that you can use your degree and opportunity to really help support your goals for a family. So you can utilize campus resources. Every college, I loved my college in particular, VCU, had a great library. all colleges have great libraries, and this is a great time to actually go in and utilize these books that are free and the computers and all these different things that you can use to learn new trades, learn new things, learn about homemaking, parenting, childcare. It's so many things that you can learn about in the library. So certainly use those online, those resources that are available. Also, another on campus great thing that you could do is get a job on camp, like, or allow the college to help you find a job, like babysitting or being a nanny, or maybe possible internships, or even volunteering opportunities. All those are great opportunities to sharpen your skills that will help you as a wife and a mother, possibly later on down the line. Let's see. Oh, here's one, of course. Number 6, to utilize a college experience by helping you become a better communicator.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So when you're in college, you are expected to participate in class discussions and write papers and all of that. How did college help you become a better communicator, you think?
Oh yeah, by being like you said, having dialogue in class, talking
Yeah.
about opinions, talking about facts, um, working with other people during labs. I was a
Mm-hmm.
bio major, and so we had to do a lot of laboratory experiments and things like that, and with partners
Yeah.
and whatnot. So that is a way that you can learn to be a communicator.
Yeah. And a team player, like you said, with like your partners.
And then also too, you can't count out student organizations as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to communicate with them, your peers in those organizations, in order to achieve goals and missions or whatever the case may be. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a way where I became more of a leader as
Yeah.
well. So and
Yep.
then and the communication skills, you do get those. You do
Yeah.
get those.
Yeah. And you get to learn to listen like to others and be open to new ideas and, compromising and stuff like that. So also giving presentations, it helps you maybe increase your confidence of like speaking out and being an assertive communicator. I think about that. Or even just to be clear and concise when you're trying to articulate your thoughts. Just that will certainly help you within a relationship, actually being able to communicate that within a relationship. So communicate those things within a relationship and deliver it confidently. That was Roxy. Okay, so college, of course, is a great time to network. So there you will get to meet people from all different kinds of backgrounds and cultures and experiences. So those and different levels of experiences in particular. So that is a great time for you to meet and connect with all different types of people, which introduces you to all different types of people. You never know what culture or type of environment your spouse could possibly come from. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And number 7, of course, my husband hit on this a little bit in the beginning. Men don't really care too much about how much money a woman has, but having a degree really does increase your earning potential, which is helpful when trying to start up a family. And like you mentioned, the struggle of time, you may have to work. More than likely, you will have to work during this time of you needing to build up wealth and establish yourself within your relationship. So, you having a degree and actually being able to utilize your degree will be really helpful with bringing in more resources within your family that you can use together. So, that's just one little way that's pretty helpful if you do decide to go get a degree.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it all depends on what you get your degree in. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, a lot of jobs will the merit is experience, how much experience you actually have. But in order to get in the door, you got to have some sort of degree or certification of that of the nature of the role of the position.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of the type of degree that you're getting as well. If you're in it for the money. To me,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think a business degree is probably one of the best degrees that you can get. And this includes being a family person as well, a wife or a husband, because it involves finances, negotiating, and then also to understanding to understanding the system and the nature of how business supposed to work. So it helps you
Mm-hmm.
build a business acumen, as opposed to you see a lot of these entrepreneurs on social media who say, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm starting a business, and they don't have a clue about how business actually work and what it takes to actually run a business. They
Yeah.
don't understand contract law, they don't understand invoicing, they don't understand procurement, they don't understand any of the aspects of business and how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the greatest degrees that you possibly can in order to build generational wealth. Just my opinion. You all may
Mm-hmm.
have, other ideas, but I think that that is by far the best way to build your family business and understand generational wealth as well, is through having a business degree.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that you can contribute. It's, of course, making sure to go by what your interests are and things that really you're able to take on and be interested in. So, if that is something you're interested in, certainly go for it because it could really benefit your family. Anything that you think would really help as far as homemaking. We went over some great ones so far. So, run this back for sure. But when it comes to you overall, getting this degree, certainly consider how much it's going to cost, the financial load impact in the long run, and even the job opportunities that you can get afterwards. So certainly some I think this woman in particular, she went with music, and you can see
Mm-hmm.
how having a music degree is kind of hard to get a job after what that pays, a good amount of money. So that's just something to really take in consideration. I didn't really think about that when considering what degree I went for. Criminal justice, was on a pre-law track, but of course, like this young lady, I realized, hey, this is not conducive to trying to have a family and or be a stay-at-home wife. So hey, it's great because I met my husband, not so much for the long-term usefulness afterwards, minus the knowledge that I've gained. So, certainly things to take in consideration. If you can use the degree afterwards, no matter what, especially in homemaking, go after it, certainly. But of course, it's that was actually number 7. So here are some things though that I came up with. We kind of came up with together too. Here are some things to keep in mind when looking for a spouse in college. You actually started hitting on some of it in the beginning when you mentioned being on the same page about what
Your
are you,
goals,
yeah,
your
your
intentions.
intentions. Yeah.
There's a lot of players in college, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely asking those questions like, do you want to get married after college, or do you want to have children? It's just super important to make sure that you're on the same page about what your relationship could be
Right,
when trying to meet somebody.
right. But ladies, beware. Just
Hmm.
beware that the guy that you're currently dealing with is probably dealing with multiple other females. Just beware. And then that's up to you whether you're okay with that or not. It is a competition. And just, be prepared for that and good luck.
Yeah. Yep. Also, make sure that you're compatible. So if you're not saying that you have to agree on every single thing, but you want to make sure that you have common interests and, common beliefs and values, certainly, because that will really help you connect with each other and you stand out among the competition.
Yep. Yeah, that helps it. That makes it easier to communicate about
Hmm.
certain topics, even politics. So
Hmm.
make sure that you share similar political ideologies and religion as
Hmm.
well.
Yeah, yep, that's important. I've actually heard some questions about like how people, now they're married, they're having a hard time because they have two different political beliefs.
Right.
So that is really easy to kind of find out in college, because I think in college or taking a higher education or something, people are always very vocal about their beliefs, more than ever during that time. So certainly get somebody who you align with and you don't want to be out there arguing just because opposites attract or something. Yep. And lastly, be patient. It can certainly take some time to find the right person, especially when you are considering going out and getting a degree, and that person is also going out getting their degree and they're doing their own thing. Sometimes it takes time to actually be able to figure out, are is this a good timing for having a relationship, and are they actually in line with what you want to do? So, just don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen right away, and allow things to really work out, because, life is about being patient, really, too, and finding peace with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it's tough. Like I was saying, you can't be discouraged if the person that you're dealing with ain't the right one. But I
Yeah.
would stick to those and stick to those that video that we showed you all about the levels of relationship and how long it's supposed to take, possibly until marriage.
Yeah.
Go by that. Don't give up your bodies too soon. That is my advice to
Yeah.
both men and women, because if you're in college and then you all of a sudden you're having children while you're in college, it makes it that much harder to actually graduate from college and actually finish.
Yeah.
And then you have to focus on actually working a job that may not even equal up to a career. But there's
Mhm.
ways to make it, as long as you all stay together. In that case, then you'll be good. You just have to strategize. Then you have to
Mhm.
strategize on who's going to climb that ladder of a career, the career ladder, and then who's going to help out with the household and stay at home.
Yeah.
Or either both of you all are going to work, and then one person is going to, if you have children, uh, one person's pretty much paying the bill for the daycare, and then the other person is providing for the rest of the bills of the household. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
Exercise caution and risk management, especially in college, and all of the selection of mates that you have in college. There's a lot of men and female in college, and that can and you can find relationship with these people,
Yeah.
but you just have to be very wise and patient about relationship, because it doesn't always equal to marriage in college.
Yeah.
It equals to relation and situationships, but it doesn't always, like I said, always equal marriage. So make sure that the person that you are talking to holds that intention with you on being
Mhm.
married to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Yep. Certainly.
And if not, keep
Certainly.
it moving. I'm
Yep.
I'm
Certainly.
telling you, keep it moving. Don't occupy yourself and be so starstruck by these, people or that you're dealing with, because they look nice and they're giving you some attention and some time. You know,
Mhm.
it's a dangerous game you're playing. And just be, honest with yourself, and you'll be all right.
Yep. Yeah, of course, having a degree is not the only factor that contributes to having successful household management. This woman, though, in particular, was saying how she really, wanted to be a stay-at-home wife and mother, and actually be able to manage a household. It really does include things like, time management, organization, and communication skills. All of those things are super important when it comes to being able to effectively manage a household. And a degree can certainly give you a head start when it comes to knowing what this takes and how to be comfortable doing so. So make sure that you're really just utilizing every opportunity that you are faced with to sharpen your skills, keeping in mind your overall goals of what you want in your life, and being open to meeting new people and potentially finding the one you're supposed to spend life with and
Hmm.
do this life with.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's a struggle love that y'all will go through.
Well, depending, because it could be, oh, I don't know. It depends on what kind of degree. I wonder if you're like going to get, what's like some type of trade. I don't know. And you meet an older guy, or,
Trade is different. Those
yeah. Or Job Corps, like
trade
Job
jobs
Corps.
pay now these days. Trade jobs are paying because it's a shortage,
Yeah.
But I
So
mean,
that's interesting. Job Corps, women do Job Corps too.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a
But
thing
my
too.
my thing is, I mean, my advice to guys, I wouldn't, in this day and age, I wouldn't attempt trying to go to college. I would pick the trucking route, to be honest with you. coming out of high school, those guys are making six figures. They house you and provide you a place to stay while you're learning how to drive tractor trailers, and you get to live in your tractor trailer, so you're not paying rent. You're just paying rent to drive. To you're renting the vehicle from the companies, but that's a better start to me. And then after 10 years, you can build a fleet and be
10
successful in
years
what
is
you're
a
doing.
long time. Though hopefully you
Yeah,
do
but I mean,
that
but
longer,
look at
faster.
doctors. Doctors go to school for 10 years, 8 to 10 years. You spending all this money and you
Yeah,
building this big debt hole of a $500,000 that you have to pay off.
yeah.
To me, that sounds better than.
But I'm saying I think you could do it faster than that, because some people don't even like medical driving. You don't that doesn't require a truck, but you
No,
could do
yeah.
that like
Well, either you
and
can do that while you're in college. Be resourceful and try to do both.
right. I think there's a bunch of different things that you can consider doing in the midst of, especially as a man, the opportunities are endless. Now
I mean,
it's
as
really
women too,
not,
women
yeah.
can drive trucks
Yeah, or medical
and
supplies
and
or
all that. I mean, it's
anything.
not a feminine job, but I mean, it's a job that pays. So and then all ultimately, if you
Yeah, that's
get into the
lifestyle gotta
mindset
be,
of being an owner operator and actually, building a fleet, eventually you don't have to drive anymore. You can just build your fleet and people drive for you.
yeah.
So you'd be making money. You'd be making crazy money. I mean, so I wouldn't go to college.
It's still a lifestyle though that people have to learn. You're still wanting to take showers at truck stops and stuff like that, or living in your truck is still.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, speaking for a woman, I wouldn't want to drive trucks. I mean, some women do. Not knocking the women that do drive trucks, to each its own. But that's just my. I don't. If my desire is to be a wife and take care of kids in a home, I am not interested in driving nobody truck. I'm sorry, but
Yep, shout outs to all the truck drivers out there.
Yeah, but yes, of course, everybody has an essential role to play in helping us create a beautiful community and a loving society for us all to flourish in.
Yep. And I still stand on the fact that principle that men should wait till marriage, even if you're in college. I mean, it can happen, but
wait till what? Until marriage?
Wait to get married.
Oh, yeah.
Young college guys, you should wait to get married or wait to have relationship
when you're
established. To be honest with you, because you can't pay bills. You're struggling to pay your own bills. To be honest with you, and they will not do that female justice of you trying to make her your wife. To be honest with you, that's y'all are, if this is the route that you want to take, like this girl saying, then go, so be it. But it's not what I would condone, to be honest with you. It is a lot of struggling that goes along with it. So you all have been forewarned.
Yeah, she could though look for an older guy. It could be in college. That's the nice thing about having a whole lot of people in college. Right. You can meet a guy that's going for his graduate degree and you're still in your bachelor's, and he could be, interested in having a wife. But again, like you said, if it's a man, if he's on his purpose, he should kind of be focused at that moment.
Right. So, yeah. Because he's building debt. So he has to pay that debt. So
yeah.
And then also, so you talk about buying a home and raising children, or either have a car note as well. Yeah. I mean, this economy is brutal out here. So I'm just letting you all know those. I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
If you all have any questions, please, by all means, ask us. We can help you navigate those hard questions dealing with a relationship, family, or what have you. And if you all, like I said before, please like and subscribe to our channels, Instagram and YouTube. Please follow us. And if you know anyone who may need this information or would like our videos or enjoy them, please, by all means, share them. So until next time, Blueprint family, you all have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow for Marriage Fit Friday. Peace.